Hi folks, in this video I will show you how to build a spring-loaded sniper rifle. It's just a toy, shoots plastic BB, so don't worry. I took inspiration from this L96A1 sniper rifle, and so let's begin with the ingredients. The first thing we need are these two car pistons, are just the one you can find on the back door of our car that helps to lift the back door. We need to cut away the front side of the piston, and this is the result. It's just like a big syringe that compresses the air inside. So I look around in my house and I found these bottles, and we can use the caps to compress better the air. So I put them on the front of both the piston. Use some epoxy glue, will make everything tighter and we don't lose the cap. This is again the result. As you can see, it's very nice. But there is a very big problem. Maybe the piston, when it goes all the way inside, can hit the cap and break everything. So to solve the problem, we just have to unscrew the back side of the piston. Don't lose it, put it apart carefully, and install a spring. This spring will absorb all the force of the piston on like this, so it doesn't break the cap. With a jigsaw, I saw this shape on a board, wood board, and you can see it seems already like the sniper rifle. We need to find now some big springs. This gym equipment is just perfect, but this sofa bed spring is much stronger. So I secure on the back side of the rifle this the pistons, two pistons. I use a simple metal component and a screw in the middle to stop them, like this. Now we can unscrew the back side of the piston and take a metal component with two holes and secure it with the plastic like this. We cut the metal so that pass over the wood just a few millimeters, and like so. We find now an L metal shape that goes right here on the just before the metal we cut earlier. I mark the position of this component with a marker, and with a drill I make a very big hole so that this L shape can go just inside of it. A stainless steel rod will stop the metal in his position like this. Later you will understand how it works and how we can activate it. We take now a T-tube connector and some rubber tubes. This will bring the air to our BB. So I drill a hole. Inside this hole will go the rubber tubes, but also these things. These are bicycle brakes, and this will activate all the rifle. We have also the cable of the bicycle brake. So every time I push the bicycle brake, you can also see the rubber tubes that brings the air up. Every time I push the brake, I activate also the steel cable. Later you will understand what I'm talking about. But now let me put this metal component that was from a PC printer on the front of the rifle. Every time I pull this component, I let the piston free to move. So I connect the brake cable, and I add just a spring to bring everything back every time. So every time I push the brake, I activate the system. I can put all the force I want on this component and it doesn't move. Now I take both the piston, and with a drill I drill away the plastic part. A big bolt will go inside both the holes, but first let me take the spring I showed you earlier and put them on the bolt. The harder are this spring and more force we have the rifle. We put them inside. I put the bolt inside the the plastic and another spring also on the back side, then we stop everything with a nut. On the other side of the rifle, this time next to our shoulder, a big screw and a simple hook will take the spring. So this is the result. I grind off the wood, and as you can see, it's very powerful. Now we only need to find something to make our barrel to shoot the BBs. So the stand of the bathroom works perfectly, is 6 millimeters wide, and so let's see what to do with this barrel. I mark a hole here on the back side, on the front side of the barrel, and I made a hole with my Dremel. Another piece of brass tube will go on top of it, like this. I use some solder iron to solder everything in position, like so. Now I take a solid brass rod. It's not a tube, this is just solid brass. I put it inside the drill, and when it was spinning, I use a saw to cut this shape. This will take some very small O-rings, like this. I made also a little hole, and inside of it can go something like a rivet. Another piece of brass tube is cut with this shape, and I insert inside the brass rod I showed you earlier. This will work like for loading the BBs. So let's see better how it works. We can load the BB inside this channel, in this hole, and when I push it on the front, loads the BB in front of the air that comes from the piston. But this animation maybe can let you understand better. The air comes from the piston and the BB is thrown away. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let me know below with a like if you want to see some more DIY guns. I leave you with my 2-pass project, a CO2 shotgun, and how to make a QAV valve, which is the most important valve for any type of homemade rifle. So see you next time with another project. Bye bye.